Today we're going to look at some experimentation with printmaking.
I am the snake artist, and my mission in life is to get people to appreciate art and wildlife.
Today I'm doing a little bit of an experiment. That's what printmaking is about. You can always experiment with things and try things out. I had this idea to experiment with a piece of record and some photo emulsion that I usually use in screen printing. And this is the result.
Now, in this experiment, I'm going to use an old record which you can pick up from second-hand shops, really cheap. They're just about chucking them away. And just marking out a section, because rather than do a whole big round thing, I just wanted sort of like a little square, like a little etching plate with a little bit of a curve in. I'm using hacksaw because it's got a very fine blade and it's not cracking or breaking the record, which is it's rather brittle. Then I'm going to just file away the edges a little bit. Now, first of all, I tried with a paintbrush to put the photo emulsion on. This is photo emulsion that we use in screen printing to make photo screen prints. Now, I'm putting up a link in the top corner here so you can sort of see how I use that normally, how it should be used. Now, I didn't have much success with the brush, so what I tried to do is use an old credit card, which is always great in printmaking, and that got it a bit smoother. After that dried, I'm now putting one of my old screen printing positives on as a test, putting it on foam, and I should put a sheet of glass over that, and now I'm exposing it to UV light like I would normally do. And I'm exposing this, got 2 UV lights on it. I'll give it for about 20 minutes. 20 minutes later, off goes the lights. The lights have hardened that emulsion, except for the bits that were blocked out. I'm now going to rinse this out, just gently with a garden hose. It's my hope that the grooves in the record will hold the emulsion in place in the same way that the mesh of a screen does. However, what I find is that it doesn't hold the emulsion there quite as well, and so you can see there it looks like it's almost going to fall out. However, I'll stick that out in the sun, and the sunlight should harden that, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, being in the sun for a while, it's hard to see. I have to put it on an angle to see the actual image. So now I'm going to do the normal intaglio way of printmaking, which is to get a tray of water, dampen some paper, and then get the wet paper and put in some blotting paper to help it dry off. For this experiment, I'm mixing up some Safe Wash. This washes out in water. Next time I do this, I think I will use oil-based inks. So, pushing the ink into the grooves, then rubbing off the surface ink with some phone book pages, and so the ink is now just in the grooves. We run it through the press under a lot of pressure in the same way that we would do an etching, and let's just have a look at the result. It's a bit sticky. That's why I think if I used oil-based inks it might be better. And here's our result, and it's not too bad. There's actually an image there. Turned out a lot better than I thought. So the positive I had was very strong, bold, and in ink. It was a little bit weird. I love the background. I love the greyness. It's a very printmaking look, but where it's white, that's where the shiny bits of the record was. It didn't hold the emulsion as well and didn't hold ink as well. Whereas I wanted it to show the grooves in the record. One way I could have got over this was maybe sand those shiny bits. But I think it's pretty much a success. I'm pretty happy with it. It's very promising, and I'm looking forward to experimenting with this more. So guys, that's the start. This is certainly not a how-to expert thing. This is an experiment. you guys want to do some experimenting, please, take this and run with it.
It was sort of an interesting result. If you guys want to try this and experiment with it, let me know if you have more success. Leave a comment down below and tell me how you go with, I guess what I'm going to go with is photo LP printing. Well, that's the best term I can come up with. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, leave a comment and maybe check out some of my other printmaking videos. I'll see you next time.